Dr. Milnar, you're about to visit us all here at the SACD in Sweden, and you're going to perform, you're going to have a lecture and a hands-on session with us the 13th and the 14th of March. Thank you very much for doing this interview for us.
It's my pleasure. I'm really looking forward to this assignment.
So the first question is from a member here. Could you please tell us a little why your course is unique?
The course is unique because my career is unique. When I graduated from undergraduate school and went to dentistry, I graduated in 1976. 1993, when I joined the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry, I started to renew myself, recreate myself as a professional. I went on to become accredited in 1996 in the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry, but very unusually, I went back and re-enrolled in my undergraduate school in the art history department as an adult student. I studied the Renaissance art, I studied Monet, I studied Picasso, I studied abstract art because I wanted to learn things I didn't know. Something was stirring inside of me, and that was the creative artistic side, which I didn't learn in dental school. Everything was scientific. So what you get from me is somebody who's very creative and very artistic. I like to relax when I teach and to say what is possible irregardless of the science. It's the creativity, I think, in all of this and the artistic sense that everybody likes to find what makes them unique as a professional and as an artist. So I'm very creative.
Interesting. So we got another question here. What are the key points that in giving a restoration, the illusion of natural aesthetics?
Well, all this is going to tie together in a very unique way, the DNA in my teaching. Not only did I go into art history department, I also went into the dental laboratories to reinvent myself, and I started from the bottom up in working for dental laboratories to learn their art and their science, because where they were, so was color. Where the technicians were, so was art, surface texture, and realism. So I worked my way up that way in the laboratories, learning how to build dentin shades, how to build enamel shades, how to create surface texture, and that realism. So once again, I have a very unique background and a perspective to bring to the Swedish Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry, and I think there'll be a lot of synergy in that group with what I teach. I know that members are at the top of their game, and you've had very many qualified speakers, world-renowned speakers. I don't want to be like them. I want to be like me. I want to create an opportunity where we can learn something new and find something unique that ties us all together and makes it a very valuable experience.
All right. So here's another question, a bit academic, I guess. What is more important, color or form?
Interesting, because when you architecturally design a restoration, and that will be part of something I'm bringing to your academy, is in dental school we were all trained on hue, chroma, value, 3 dimensions of color. But Douglas Terry, one of my mentors from Texas, said form defines color, form precedes color. It's very true, because unless you can create natural morphology, lines, concavities, heights of contour, embrasures, the color is secondary and tertiary. In the 6 parameters of shade selection, value is most important, translucency second, form is number 3. So if you look at the weight of aesthetics, chroma and hue happen to be 5 and 6. What you'll see from me in my teachings, and especially the hands-on, is form precedes color and form defines color. All we have to do now is apply the physics on the surface, and that is the light reflection, diffraction, diffusion, dispersion, to create the realism of dentistry. That creates natural tooth structure and natural aesthetics.
Well, that takes care of that. So another question here for us from a member. In what way can the knowledge from your course be applicable to ceramic restorations?
Well, I mentioned in the previous questions, I've been trained as a ceramist as well. I teach with master ceramists. It's a privilege to have a partner that is a ceramist because they offer so many more potentially valuable things for design, contours, surface texture, blending of colors. Dentists have a hard time with that when we teach with each other or on the podium by ourselves. Everything I do and everything I bring to your academy will be applicable, and we'll go over some porcelain. We'll go over shade selection. We'll go over the anatomical features that makes the canines and the laterals and the central incisors unique from one another, which creates polychromatic opportunities. Everything I do, part of me comes from laboratory science of the ceramic world. And I noticed that your new president, Anna Andres, is a laboratory technician. What a wonderful opportunity to call on her. What a wonderful opportunity to tie it all together from both sides aisle in dental ceramics and dentistry together.
I'm sure that would be appreciated. So finally, the last question here. It's an anonymous question. Nevertheless, somebody has asked, will I learn to fix front teeth?
Will I learn to fix front teeth? Well, a plumber and a mechanic and a carpenter can fix things. We, as professionals, restore. And when we restore things, there's guiding principles of biomechanics and bioaesthetics. Sure, we can fix things, we can measure things, we can cut things, we can polish things from an artisan standpoint. But when you restore something, the book, Nature. Nature has guiding principles of modulus of elasticity, stabilizing forces, disrupting forces, stress distribution, all the mechanical guidelines that we have to take into account before we put the bioaesthetic cover on a tooth. Here lies a very challenging moment for both of us in the days we have. You're going to get biomechanics from me. I worked construction, heavy construction, for 6 years through dental school and college. I was in tower cranes, I've been around pile drivers, I've been around carpenters, scaffolding, I've been around cement, I've been plaster, I've been around sheetrocking, I've been around carpenters, varnishers, sanders, sealers, sprayers, block layers. All this is how you'll see that I'm a different type of individual than what you've had before. We're going to learn how to restore.
Finally, I understand that you have a family connection to Scandinavia as well. Is that true? Is that correct?
I do. And my wife comes from strong Norwegian heritage. And of course, when you ask a Norwegian about Sweden, you get a kind of a difference in opinion on who's at the top of the list. I don't know. I get a prejudiced view from the Norwegian side of the family that they indeed were first and foremost over this for the Swedish population. I guess I'm going to have to look point of view and see if you differ from that.
Well, having said that, I'd like to welcome you to Sweden and wish you a pleasant evening. Dr. Milnar, it's been great speaking to you.
I have to say, too, that when Tom Rosenberg came to me many years ago in the AACD meeting and invited me to come to Sweden, I did my research on your group. I know what level you're at. I've had some of you in my hands-on classes. You're very, very good. What I have to bring with me is the best of what I have to offer your group. What you're going to do is challenge yourself to see if you can meet my expectation. It indeed a wonderful experience socially. I'm going to see your land. I'm going to sightsee and gain some insights. I come from water in Minnesota. We have 10,000 lakes. I come from the cold. As we speak, it's 5 degrees below Fahrenheit. I'm used to the cold. I'm used to ice. I'm used to water. I want to see it the way you see it and then see if we can pull nature into our classroom. So I'll look forward to seeing you next month. I'm sure we're all going to be very satisfied.